We've harvested the hottest spices in all of Dominaria. We've delved deep into the forgotten caves of Keltor to bring you the hottest sauce of any plane. Introducing Flame Tongue Hot Sauce. Our thermal alchemists have flame slashed and fire blasted only the most Syrian ingredient to bring a flame to your tongue that causes serious damage. Get tongued. Get Flame Tongue Hot Sauce. Deal 4 damage to any meal.
Available at all fine Sinclair superstores.
Oh yeah! All right, guys, I'm here in all my festive acquired, what would you call it? Equipment. Yeah, 'tis treason, says Shirazman. Yes, yes, Independence Day. I'm not the most patriotic person, but I'm pretending to be for the holiday and such. Borders always kind of make me, I don't know, take a big sigh of just like, how come? It's like, we're all people. But anyway, it's all about America today, at least here in the States. And so we're playing a red, white, and blue deck. I was trying like crazy to find one. I was going to play a red, a white, and a blue deck. And then I stumbled upon Morris's Rogue Kiln Fiend Cyclops list. And look, there's some white. So it is red, white, and blue. But what's really trippy about the blue in this list, hello, wake up, there we go, is Sapphire Charm. I have never played, I had this because I have like 4 of everything when Pauper cards come out. But I saw this and I'm like, 5, huh? And I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to play it and see how it goes. This deck eschews unblockability for the all-in Battle Rage plan. Instead of 2 or 3, it runs all 4. And so because of that, I assume you're able to just kind of count on the trample to get through the damage and stuff like that. So Nim Chimsky Shirazwan, Dreamer, Stingo, Little Fight All in the house. Thanks for joining me, my friends. Yeah. So anyway, we got to we're just gonna jump into it. I've played 4 leagues. First time in like 8 months or something that I've played more than 1 league, and like I usually play like 1 league like every 3 months lately. It's just because I just dislike Tron in the metagame right now. And with Brute Squad, I've made some adjustments to it, and I've gone 3-2 or better. I still haven't 5-0, but it's 3-2 or 4-1, and having a lot of fun with that. But we just did that, so I'm going to be showing off this, and hopefully we can do something with it. We will create a matchup here and go like this. So yeah, here today in the States, there's like no fireworks. It's kind of a very strange holiday because, you know, all this talk about freedom and stuff, and yet you can't go to the beach. You can't go outside unless you're wearing a mask. You can't do this. You can't do that. It's just like, geez, just craziness. It's doesn't feel like what America's supposed to be. But hey, whatever. So she's in the house. Thank you for joining me. All right. These sound a bit squeaky. I hope it's just you. All right, let's see what we can do here. All right. Well, we got an okay hand here. We'll keep this. All righty. Hey, have fun back at you. Let's see if we can pull something off here. Hopefully the Delver flips and we can just go the Battle Rage plan. Hey, maybe we can make that have trample, double strike, whatever. This is a deck that often sees play in a lot of games, but man, just doesn't seem to anymore. It's just too much removal in the format right now, but we're getting off to a good start here. We could. I doubt that the Spell Pierce is going to be that relevant here. So let me Preordain here. We like the Kiln Fiend. That's cool. Say this on the bottom, this on the top. We'll draw that. We only really need 1 of these outs, so I'm just going to go for it now. Grab our island. We will attack for 3, and hopefully this is just elves and not walls. No rebels today? No. Yeah, that would have been a good call too. I got a few submissions from everybody. In fact, my youngest put together a deck, and I just little too roguey. It's more of a grab bag of sorts. Interesting to pull from. Funny side note, online user Calpine, I think Chris Weaver's his real name. He got second in the PCT tournament and having a good time and all that. And anyway, he plays a cool Tortured Existence deck, and Aaron, my youngest, he really likes that kind of style, and so I spent like 2 hours transferring all of my TE list because it's not cheap. I thought it was I didn't think it was that expensive of a list. And you know what? I'm going to fire here just to stop anything from happening with these elf shenanigans. And then we'll go to the Kiln Fiend package next. I just respect elves too much. They might be able to kill me with that hand. Anyway, he played like 4 or 5 games with it and just had the worst draws and just didn't understand, and it was frustrating seeing him go through that because I know he'd be really good at it. He just it was like the worst case scenario. So Martyr Guy says, "Happy 4th, everyone." Yes, indeed. Perfect World. I probably should have waited, brought Kiln Fiend out, but like I said, I'm not going to lean on elves not coming through. I mean, that's enough to just go off next turn if I don't stop it. Hello. We're waiting for Minoru. He's a Pauper Classic Tuesday regular too, if I'm not mistaken. Went to a huge 4th of July party last night. A damn miracle. I am here this morning. Oh, nice. Another fight. Yeah, out here in California, boy, that corona is just hitting all kinds of new victims, I guess. It just seems like that second wave is definitely a thing now. I couldn't quite tell if it was fear mongering on the news's part or what, but seems to be. All right, I don't know what this guy's doing here. Hello. Can we do something? I'm gonna give this, salt block. I think you mean this one, right, Dreamer Stingo? This is hey, while we're waiting on this is exactly what I was talking. Not that we've got them against the ropes already, but I've been running into that a lot with Ginger Brute or our Brute Squad, where I'm just thrashing somebody and they do this, like it's almost like it's pouting, but it's like a pouting pause, right? This kind of exemplifies it here. We'll just okay. Well, this is boring. We'll say L's and then RQ for Rage Quit. Anyway, I was trying to think of a new Pauper Ponderings for that event, like when that happens, when people are just like, they're just mad and they just sit there for like 5 minutes and don't do anything, and then they lose anyway. It's like, so I'm trying to come up with a kind of a alliteration way. I guess it might just be pause pouting or pouting pause. I don't know. Alrighty. Hopefully this match goes a little better. Maybe they did have the blowout hand and we're mad that we had the hand for the hand. Who knows? Fire Ice seems pretty good. We got everything we need. Delver sure does seem to like us so far. We'll keep this. All right. And Punk Zombie is our opponent here. And off we go with more Delvers. All right, this may be relevant. And here we are. Kill that, read it later. All right, we got some island on island action. Dun dun dun. Yeah, there's no fireworks this year. There's no nothing. It's just a whole lot of nothing. All right. No, we don't want to show that. Well, at least our Delver will flip this time. Let's make sure we get something good. We don't really want to reveal Force Spike. Yeah. Let's say, let me think. Let's say, let's say top. Either one of these kind of gives away what we're doing here. I'd rather keep the Force Spike a secret. It might be relevant with a counterspell as they've revealed here so far. Whoop, there we go. Yeah, I've just been having a lot of fun with, Brute Squad. Made some slight adjustments, just tiny little percentages here or there, and trying to shore up things I'm not doing well against. So far, about the only thing that gives it fits is elves and walls. And, I've had some wins against it, and then Tron's like 50-50. I have some times when I'm like, wow, I've got this thing broke. I've solved this. And then, like, as Tron is fond of doing, shows you why you're wrong for about 50 turns in a row, it feels like. But listening to some of the shared streams that we shared on the chat with regards to, what was I going to say? On the Pauper Classic Tuesday chat, with they were talking Tron and stuff, and it was really fascinating to hear how people's I guess just insights onto the deck, and it all came down to Dinrova horror with the TE players, and it was really a neat conversation. I'm very glad I was eavesdropping because I learned a lot. All right, we'll ponder here because we can. We don't need islands anymore. I mean, I'd like to have one, but I'm just going to say bottom and hope that we get. All right, well, we got one anyway. We've got Force Spike back up, and we've got some pretty hard-hitting goods here with Double Delver, but had to look that one up. You two are too clever for me, says Nimchimsky. Oh, and here's the new, what do you call, accumulated knowledge. Just came out in the, if I can move this over, M21 set. Draw a card equal to the cards in your library. So it's a little different. It's your graveyard, so if the person's on a frantic inventory list, compared to a accumulated knowledge list, you don't really have to pay for their benefits or vice versa. So it looks like we're up against Delver Angler, some sort of iteration of that. But I mean, if it sits like this outside of a Echoing Decay, we've kind of got this. I'd really like to see a Mutagenic to stop that from happening a few times over. Let's ponder before attack. All right, I like this. We'll throw this on. We'll go like this, this, and this. Say no. Drop this. I'll attack. And I'm trying to think if it's worth. I think the play here might be to just drop the Cyclops and just ask for that counter spell. I really hope they don't have a Force Spike, because I mean, at this stage of the game, Force Spike's kind of dead here. Unless they've got, well, you know what? They might have an end of turn snuff out. So yeah, that deck runs a lot of snuff outs. I'm actually going to keep this open. Let's see if we can we'll get that counterspell done, and we'll lean on Cyclopses, I guess, because they're gonna. Okay, there's Prohibit. Well, black's done now. If I counter this, I'm gonna get that other counterspell out of hand. So let me do that now. Oh no, he's just gonna pay one. Shows how much I pay for that. Oh, hey, he screwed up. I screwed up. He screwed up more. All right, Archie. Let's go with that. Cool. All right. Delver sure makes quick work of people, boy. If you don't have the answer immediately, it's pretty nasty. Ooh, all right. Well, Mutagenic would be pretty funny with a Temur Battle Rage backup. I could kill him with the insect. That'd be pretty sweet. Won't lie. I've played this all of about half of a game, so good times. I'm not going to be afraid. Let's rock like this. Get rid of the blocker. Get him down to 5 and into some very scary territory here. Okay. Yeah. So this weird little cheap hat that I'm wearing, it fits really well. It's just one of those hats. I wish it was awesome and I could wear it all the time because it fits so well and it feels good. And you know, when you're bald, there's a weird thing that happens. For those of you thinking of going bald or you want to shave your head and go with the efficiency lifestyle angle, there's a thing you got to be worried about. I got to warn you about is you're going to nick your head on a lot of stuff because you don't realize what a buffer zone that your hair supplies, even if you've only got a little bit. You know what? I'll get rid of the Cyclops with this hand. Yeah, because we got double strike here for the win, unless he's got snuff out, but then that'll put him at 1. Anyway, so like you're walking around and you feel something and you instinctively duck. When you're bald, you don't have that buffer zone of the warning system, and boom, you just hit your head and you get a cut and you move on. But it's having a top hat this tall. I've got like a 5-inch buffer zone, and it's nice to have back. And already I've been outside in some different places and just been like, hey, check this out. This would have normally been the end, but no. We're all good. All right. Am I rereading that incorrectly. I think we're just going to Battle Rage here. Gets double strike. We don't get the trample, but we might not need it. Boink! I want to see that Sapphire thing come up. Oh yeah, Little Fight's here and hopefully online. So if you feel like being part of our clan or whatever, that sounds so dated. I'm surprised that hasn't been like blocked by some, you know, just ultra sensitive group here in the States. Like, can't have clans. That reminds people of an era where blah blah blah, and everybody run to get offended quickly. All right. So, Sapphire Charm. Interesting. It says choose one. Target player draws a card beginning of next turn's upkeep. Obviously, us. Target creature gains flying. Or target creature an opponent controls phases out. I don't know about that. Well, I'm going to get rid of it. And you know what? I don't like Force Spike in this matchup either. Forbidden Friendship would be interesting. Hydroblast, we've got quite a bit of blue stuff going on, so I think I'm going to bring in 2 of those. And maybe the Spell Pierce or Dispel. I think I'm going to roll with Dispel. I really like Peak in this list. Of course, maybe in a Purist I'd probably run all of them, but we'll see. Mutagenic I like. Dispel I like. I really want to get in that last Dispel. I want to run all 4 of these. And you know what? We're not going to see. Fire Ice can probably go. Let's keep it nice and lean. Lean, mean, fat machine. Let's do it. Delver. All right. I'll load up MTGO and answer requests. So yeah, hit up a little fight on MTGO if you want a place to just kind of meet with everybody. That's the Pauperganda Persuasion. Mulligan this easily. Boy, I love this promo artwork. Little Equinox lands, I think they're called. All right, we got a kind of an honest hand here. We'll keep this. Well, don't want to lose any of this. We've got draw. This is kind of protection, so I think we get rid of Dispel here. Done. We've got 3 more in our list, and Apostle's Blessing will allow us to do the same thing and get through blockers. So that's why I lean that way. Oops. Hold on a minute here. All right. I'll accept, but let's not do that in a game here. Here we are. And off we go. Okay. So let's, we'll brainstorm now. I don't want to walk into a counterspell and screw up our math. All right. Well, the depressing brainstorm shows up again. So let's do this and this. And I'll hope for the best. There we go. Shiraz thinks he's finally going mad. Uh-oh. What was the catalyst? Bloody Thug in the house. Sorry, I'm reading backwards. Cash Override. We are playing a Morris 27's Kiln Fiend list that 5-0'd recently using Sapphire Charm, which I'm not going to lie, that was the first thing. First, I looked at it and I was like, oh, this deck's back. I was like, that's nice to see finally. Must have dodged a lot of removal in that league. And then I was like, Sapphire Charm? Okay. And then I saw Apostle's Blessing and I'm like, red, white, and blue, 4th of July? Okay. Decision is officially made. We will go this route now. And that's how it happened. All right. Let's do this and... so much removal. What do you guys vote here? Delver will flip. And then we'd have Apostle Blessing backup. You guys vote Kiln Fiend or Delver here? I think I'm going to roll Delver. I got double backup in that Blessing and Mutagenic. Don't see too much on the way of like edicts with this style list. That you know what cards really shocked me in league play is Unexpected Fangs. Very well named because it's very unexpected, and when it hits, it ends the game for Angler. It's just, man, a 5-point life swing. Shouldn't be any news to anybody here with my love of lifelink on Gurmag Angler, but man, whoo-wee, that's crazy. Sacrificial Lamb. Let's keep it alive. Zip. Maybe we'll eat more counter magic. I'm not sure. We'll say black. Clicking nice and closely here. You know, outside of a Stormbound Geist, there's not much they can do about the Delver Flyer. And one swamp and the Kiln Fiend's kind of insta-dead without Dispel backup. So we'll say, yeah, we want to reveal that. We'll go like this. All right, we've got Dispel backup. We've got this. I'll just roll like this now. We'll get 2 threats out. Oh, been nice if Dispel was there for that, but oh well. We will attack. At least we're echoing decay proof with Mutagenic Growth. Got him, says Marga. Boy, that's that's pretty forward of you. It's like they're at 17. It's like, it's over. At least that's how I read it. All right, darn it. There's that thing. But good news is we've got Battle Rage. Bad news is he's got Undying. Ha! All right. Well, we like this. I'd like it better if I had. I think we're just going to sit back. You know, I could Rage here. I mean, Mutagenic, then Rage. But then he gets a 3-3 out of the deal. Then we're kind of on even ground there. I think I'm going to sit back on the Brainstorm trick. And I know we're playing aggro here, but I need to show a little bit of patience here. Boop. Doop. Here we are. All right. And our coffee supporters got a sneak peek at the new commercial I've been working on, and along with a kind of an offer to with time code and everything. If you want to, if you're one of the supporters and you haven't gotten a chance to look at it, because I think only about 12 people have so far. You want to take a stab at writing the next one or making it about a certain card or a guild or whatever, it's up. And I think there's about 10 days left on it. And if nobody comes up with it, then I'll do it as usual. But till then, it's open for our fans. Okay, there's Augur of Bolus, a card we got to spoil. I keep meaning to revisit that spoiler and replay it on one of our shows here as a reminder to people like, hey, Bug Wizards, tell them you want us to be doing stuff like this. Okay, well, this kind of sucks. Let's Brainstorm first. And we'll go hide the goods. Yeah, right. I don't want this. Man. We've got 4 of these. We've got 4 of these. You know what? We don't even really need these. So I'm just going to treat this as a typical duress here. Go ahead. Take our stuff. Wish I had a little creative play there, but I don't. You need a viewer oath like Ren and Stimpy show? Oh, I never even heard of that. Dreamer Stingo. Elaborate if you would. At least we'll get the... he's got a kind of a tough choice here. Counter Magic. I get to see their hand or this. And, you know, a lot of times, to their credit, if they pick Battle Rage, a lot of times people only run 2 or 3 of those. This list runs all 4. Thank you for that little fight. Ooh. Now that tells me they've got Snuff out. And before we do anything, we're just going to go get our extra island. That's how I roll. Whoop. Of the Odyssey Persuasion. And we'll keep things real. Here we go. All right. So we got that. Might have another blue elemental blast. So we might want to wait on that. If they got it, they got it. Let's go. Blue Elemental Blast. Booyah! There it is. Or Hydroblast. It's a good soda, I tell you. It's gonna be a slog. I'm pretty sure there's a Snuff out in there. Now, you know what? We would have seen it. Strange. I promised to bother Wizards about Pauper spoilers for Pauperganda. You said propaganda. Well, we just wanted to stop our flood from happening with the Brainstorm there. I like to do that personally. Yikes. Here comes the edict I was worried about. Boink. No Mutagenic or Dispel is going to help that. Smash-a-rooney. I've always liked the idea of Reckless Charge in this style of list. Maybe I'll come up with my own little take on it. Seems like it needs to be in this list, but... Alright. Oh, man, that's kind of sucky. Brainstorm can get really depressing if we don't find anything. It's 3 cards. We'll say bottom, top. At least we'll do a little EOT action. We still got a few turns here. Oh, what is this legacy? I misread that. Sorry about that, Martyr guy. Ugh. Well, in this case, without a fetch, maybe I can find a bunch of lands for him to look at. All right, let's hide this and this. Have fun with your choice there, Duress. Oh, but man, Brainstorm is so depressing. So, we almost need haste to win this game because we're going to take 4, 8, 12. We'll be at 3 life if we top deck a creature after the Brainstorm math wears out. Anybody else following that? Terrible. All right. Makes you want to play foil. I had a victory I had it written down. It was a really cool, I didn't write down their name, darn it. But this person was playing a really cool blue-red prowess deck with the new wizardry card. Here, I'll show you guys real quick. This one, Goblin Wizardry with the prowess. You instant create 2 goblin creatures with prowess. It's really cool, and I beat him in like I think 2 leagues, and then it was the final game, and I had run into Rogue and lost, and I was like, oh my gosh, I thought I was going to go 4-1, and I ended up got to scrape this out to get a 3-2, and he had me on the ropes. I was about to go 2-3, and he Echoing Truth and Ornithopter, and he force spiked it to add to the prowess to be able to kill me, but then he didn't pay 1, and so he countered his own thing, and then I was able to block, and then it was over. But I'm not quite sure if he was salty or not. He was like, oh, you should have, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I pumped plenty of times and people don't let me take it back. It's like, it's one thing if like the computer blows up or it's an obvious bug, then I'll yield the victory to somebody, but not off of a punt. So then I came back and smashed him in the game 3. Goblin Wizardry. Yeah, I like that little. I was really trying to come up with something quick for today's show on that, but if we see an angler here, we are dead meat. We're dead meat regardless. I mean, we need just everything. All right, let's just go to. It's not much damage, but it's enough to get us here. So let's go off to game 3 and see what we can see. All right, a lot of dresses, a lot of everything. Spell Pierce, I like. Brainstorm, why do you forsake me so? You know what? It's tough to lose a mutagenic, isn't it? He sure didn't like us seeing peak. I'm going to lose 1 battle rage. I don't have that many creatures to fight through. Let's go. Yeah, Shiraz, I thought that too. The Flurry of Horns deck seems like it would fit that really well. Or maybe just Delver. Maybe, what's that? Of One Mind. It was really growing on me lately. I love that card. I've had some sequences with Brute Squad. It's ridiculous. It's like turn 2 and I draw 6 cards. It's like Thoughtcast, Of One Mind. It's just like, good God. And my hand's almost empty at the end of it. It's a thing of beauty, I tell you. All right, double Preordain. I'll keep this because it's blue. You know, we have a lot of stuff to find. I don't know. What do you guys say? We Preordain, don't find land, then we get the rest and we lose this. We could be up Maroonsville here. What do you guys think here? Keep. I've got triple fix. There's a reason we're playing Preordain. We'll keep it. All right. Boom. Preordain. I'll say Brainstorm for when we're up against the ropes or we've got something. All right. Bottom. I've already got fixing. I'm going to say bottom on both of these. I really want to. Cool. All right. There we go. That sounds pretty hardcore, Shiraz. Yeah, one of the things Calpin was saying to me, Chris Weaver, about Tortured Existence is it does play like a draft deck, just a really chintzy draft deck if you don't get Tortured Existence. Make sure my son read that email, but it still didn't quite work out. Okay. We'll do the old brainstorm shenanigans here. Hopefully we can avoid a flood, maybe. Trying to think. Suffocating Fumes has been seeing a lot of play lately, too. I'm so tempted to play tomorrow in the big 30-ticket challenge, but honestly, just don't want to spend the funds on I do believe in the deck. I definitely believe in Brute Squad, but nothing that I can't solve with... you know what? We have everything we need here. I'm actually going to get rid of this and this. Trip now for red. Rock like this. Then we'll have Dispel backup, Apostle backup, and Mutagenic backup. Yeah, dude, my build right now in Chimsky of Brute Squad has 1. So it's Brute Squad. Or I was thinking if you did have multiples, it could be Brute's Quad, meaning his little cookie legs. That'd be a nice little take on the classic. Ooh, all right. And we've got double power here. Really tempted to just drop Kiln Fiend, lean on Mutagenic Growth, and keep the wilds out. Let's do this. We got protection and stuff. Thank you for that. Non Simo, yes. It's our 4th of July. Not much to celebrate this year, but I tell you, 2020, Kobe Bryant's dead, all this crazy stuff. This is easily one of the worst years in memory, and I don't think the news is helping out much, being fearmongers and such, at least here in the States. But, boy, that hurts. All right, we'll lose the Fiend. Hopefully we draw on more of a basic here. One of the things I did about 2 months ago is I went through my collection and I gave my oldest's account is just floating in the ether, and I gave him all my lands that I don't like, so that when I auto-load a list, I don't have to sort and re-bring in the lands I want, so that there's only these mountains and only these islands and stuff. So recommend you do that if you have a ton of cards like I do. Good times. All right. Sapphire Charm lets you phase out your creature to dodge edicts. That's probably why, says Dreamer Stango. Yeah, but then you don't have... Then they come into play. Does it have summoning sickness? I guess that's the big... let's see. Yeah, target creature gains flying. All right, target creature and opponent control phases out. That's what I was thinking about. So, yeah, that's what threw me off too. I was like, wait a minute, that doesn't work. All right, kind of like this draw. If he's got removal, that's cool. I'm just going to go get... I'm just going to do it now, because honestly, because I'm streaming, and I want double red. I don't have counterspell. There's enough stuff with that I can just use it for blessing it in a pinch. But now our mana's right. We've got this Cyclops action. We've got Dispel backup. We just don't have much else. We need to draw into one of our 3 remaining Temur Battle Rages because we took one out sideboarding. Yeah, me neither, Dreamer Stingo. I figured I'd just play it with you guys and we could do exactly what we're doing now. We're going to chat. We're going to come up and see, like, maybe they had one too many gin and tonics and they just dodged a lot of removal in that league. I don't know. It happens. I've had leagues where I run in a Stompy 4 out of the 5 games. It's like, that's not balanced, but it does happen. Sorry, it's Dental Craft. I like that too. All right. Well, we've got some goods here, but we've got counter magic looking across from us. So I'm just going to set up the board here. We'll wait to go off next turn, hopefully. We got a little bit of counter magic available to us here. All right. I'll say no to that. Get out of here. Good looking Hydroblast. Yield to this. Do a little bit of this. Booyah. Yeah, the top of the show is about the only fireworks I think we're going to see this today here in the States anyway. Something weird been happening all across LA and just California, I've heard, for like almost a month now. Nothing to do with the 4th of July. There's just been a lot of fireworks at night. I think it's just people are just so bored and just tired of being pent up, and this wave after wave of warnings and quarantines and don't do what you want, just stay put. And there's only so many board games, and that's me saying that. I think people are just looking for any sort of entertainment. So middle of the night, you'll just hear this pow, and it's just this huge firework, like industrial grade firework going off. So pretty interesting. All right, we can call Pro Blue here, and maybe we can summon up a Battle Rage and win the game. Maybe the advantage against deck systems is with a lot of removal, you can play it, and it will not fizzle if the creature gets killed. I know. I've had all these thoughts too. So first time catching Pauperganda live, says Soft Haggle. What deck is this? Yes, we're playing Amoris's 27's Kiln Fiend Cyclops list, and we're all wondering about his main deck inclusion of Sapphire Charm, which is really baffling everybody. All right, let's do this. I got probably about all we got to really worry about here is Snuff Out, and we've got a blessing for that. We just need to find Trample. We don't need this, and fortunately, I'm gonna lean on getting rid of this too. We'll do this. I got to keep one open so we can at least hit. We'll say bottom on these, even though that's free. I really want to find the Trample spell here. One more time. Let's see here. Bottom. Come on. Dang it. All right. Well, I guess we'll just do this for now. Kind of sucks. I was really hoping to grab that Trample, but we did take one out in sideboarding, so we'll say blue. And we'll hit him for everything but 3. Implying that we have another... if we had another thing, we would have played it, obviously. It's what I really like about Pyroblast and Hydroblast in this style of list. You can just target their lands to get the benefit trigger there. And this deck doesn't run a Lightning Bolt, I don't believe. So, very strange list. I would definitely go a different direction with it. But I didn't 5-0 with it. So, there's something here. Whether it was a lucky league or what, who knows. But I know Amoris 27 is a really good player, so... they must have had something going along. Maybe in the chat later on in YouTube, somebody will say, hey, check this out. They covered your deck. And him or somebody he knows will chime in and say, show us the error of our ways. But right now, Sapphire Charm is a big, huh? We're just kind of scratching our heads. Ooh, I wish I had Lightning Bolt. I credit the author with having a reason. I just wish I could also benefit from it. All right. So technically, we're 2-0. I don't know what happened with Bonnaroo with his elf list there, but we'll go like that. All right, guys, I'm going to take our first commercial break, and we'll be right back after Experiment 1. Adios.
Experiment 1. An experiment was carried out to demonstrate the effects of boiling water upon proteins. A quantity of water is heated over a Bunsen until it reaches its boiling point of 1000 degrees. Now we take our sample of protein. For the purposes of this experiment, we're using an egg. Next, the egg is placed carefully into the beaker. Let's see what happens to the egg after it's been in the boiling water for 1 minute. The scientist removes the egg and examines its interior consistency. From the state of the albumin, we can see that the protein has hardly reacted to the intense heat of the water. Let's try another egg, this time for 2 minutes. Make sure you look out for the release of the new albumin. It's out now. The protein is beginning to react. We try a further egg, this time for 3 minutes. Now let's take a look inside the third egg. The heat of the water has caused the molecular structure of the glutinous protein to coagulate. In other words, not too runny, not too hard. A perfect eggy. Salt is added to taste, and breakfast is served. Le petit déjeuner est prêt. Write that down in your copybook now.
Hey, Pauperganda fans, thank you so much for the continued support of the people to my right. Also, if you want to have your deck played, a 10-ticket donation on Magic the Gathering Online is probably the best way to do it, as well as sending us an email to pauperganda@gmail.com. But anyway, thank you so much again for the people over here, and we'll see you next time. And we're back. Trying to time this right. Nim said something about it. Good against burn too. Let's see. Oh, Outwit. That one. Yeah, I was looking up the card. I think it's Abjure. I think you sacrifice a blue permanent. I was trying to make that work. I was also trying to brew around Ideas Unbound in kind of an all-in sort of blue style deck. But for right now, we're focused on this deck. We'll go over the list here while we're waiting for hopefully a victim to show up. We got 1 Fire Ice, 4 Cyclops, 4 Kiln Fiends. I never went over the list. That's right. 2 Apostles Blessing, all 4 Battle Rages because we're not doing any sort of shadow tricks. 4 Mutagenics, 1 Spell Pierce, the strange Sapphire Charm, more on that in a bit. 4 Preordains, 4 Ponders, 2 Peaks, 1 Force Spike, 2 Dispels, 4 Delvers, and 3 Brainstorms, and 18 lands. Little mix and match here. Sapphire Charm, strange. Target player draws a card at the beginning of the next turn's upkeep. All right. Target creature gains flying. All right. And then target creature an opponent controls phases out. Yes, we all have to read what that does because nobody runs into it. It's right up there with banding. Unless Sir Ramsey's Truthmaker of Chatsuk is in the chat. We're going to have to all read the little parentheses flavored text reminder. The Marta guy says, I'm a chemistry teacher. I can relate to that experiment movie. Nice. Yeah, courtesy of, gosh, what was it over on the BBC? They've got... I forget the name of that darn thing now, but look up for the next album. Yeah, it's one of the longer ones, but I got to time my break sometimes. I'm like, how much coffee have I had this morning? And am I going to be able to get back to my chair in 40 seconds? So that's why some of those are like, a minute or two, and I can go kind of fill up, use the facilities, and be back without having to be too straight. Yeah, look around you. That's the one. Yeah, great stuff. Great stuff. You want to just delve into YouTube there, and boy, I don't know what's going on. Do we have this set to any player? Fast players, please. That's my only prerequisites here. And we're not seeing nobody. So, I was thinking of playing a few different lists here today. Alex Pagel sent me this cool Jeskai America list. I was close to trying this thing out. But similar engine here. We've got 18 lands. It uses Ornithopters, all 4 Cather Shields, all 4 a quarter shield. Why? Because we do a little switcheroony with Solid Footing here. Hello, Solid Footing. Come on up. More on that in a little bit. Maybe we'll play that just for the fun of it if we keep smashing people here. Like I said, I don't want to turn into a spike channel. All right, we'll keep this. Hiya. Boy, Delver likes me. Maybe it's a bald thing. I'll tell you, one of these years I'm gonna get a little praying mantis prop and walk around with a jar. Find that little, it's almost like an aqua, those aquanauts, like when they used to dive deep in the sea like 50 years ago or 100 years ago. Those big metal cast iron tanks. It's almost like the Delver's wearing that. Check that out. I point with my finger, but you couldn't see what I'm pointing at. All right, here we go. All right, hey, everything's all right. I'll just lead off with Delver because we've got Mutagenic for any sort of Dispel shenanigans. I mean, Dispel, Disfigure. Something dissed. I dissed the diss, but you know what I'm saying. One really good matchup I've got with Brute Squad is against Mono Black Control. I don't think I've lost a single match. Same goes for UR Delver. However, I did finally lose against just Delver. I did mulligan to 4. Game 3, but it's usually a 2-0 victory. That's good times. Well, we've got a lot of land. You know what we do with that. We brainstorm, and then we trip the wilds to cheat. Let's just be honest. It's cheating. All right. Okay, what's going on here? I thought I saw a land drop. Nope. Interesting little wispy ruins. That's pretty cool. They draw cards and hurt themselves. We look into the future and fix mana and do all things blue because blue cheats. All right. Well, we don't need this and we don't need that. Let's cheat some more. And we don't have to draw it anymore. Whoa! Bloop. We'll keep them in the dark as to what we're playing. Oh, there's the beast, Sapphire Charm. Hey, you know what? That's my son's username online is _Sapphire. So very interesting here. Well, let's see what we're up against, folks. I mean, let's ponder now before we drop our land here. Ugh. Yeah, we're shuffling this. Boy, we're getting flooded like crazy. Thank goodness we're playing blue. Okay, that's cool. He's got edicts. He's got that. Let's peek now just to see if it's worth dropping Delver. God, I love peek. I don't know. Something. I love it so much. All right, so we've got Victim of Night. So Delver's dead. Tendrils. He's dead because there's a swamp and a Gray Merchant. Ugh. It's not really going to pay to have that out. However, if we do play it, he's going to Tendrils. He's going to gain 4. And I kind of want to do it as a tempo play here. I'll say done. We do draw a card here. Let me just play this and forget about it. All right. Yeah, it's summertime out. I'm drinking this old crappy white trash cola that I'm fond of. Feeling like I'm 7 years old in Lake Shasta up in the Redding area. All right. Here we go. Yeah. Yeah, Blackburn comes and goes. And here comes the Thorn. Cool, cool. We'll do this. We'll go get a mountain. Keep them worried. Sapphire Charm. So strange. Yeah, I guess we could use that on a Thorn of the Black Rose to steal Monarch, but then they're just going to get it back. Is there a consensus yet on Sapphire Charm? This is very strange times. All right. Well, let's mark off Swamp and Thorn. And you can do a few things here. Let's ponder. Ponder our options. I like that. I don't like that. Let's lean on Sapphire Charm. Let's go boom, boom, boom. We'll say nope. Have I played a land? Yes, I have. All right. At least now we've got Spell Pierce. If he does try to go all in with the Tendrils play here, we at least got some sort of an option here. Otherwise, who knows? I can always Sapphire Charm myself, or we can give something flying. Our target creature an opponent control phases out. That would suck against Monarch, because when it comes back in, have we had a consensus? Did somebody answer me? Can you Pauperganda me at the chat if somebody can find that out? What is the deal? Does it have summoning sickness? I think it just comes into play like Suspend does, where it's like you've already paid for it and it just comes back. Phasing does not trigger battlefield entry leave. Okay, so it's just, it exists and then it doesn't exist. I get it. All right. I think I get it. Why is he waiting here? Well, Victim of Night's got us either way here. So I'm just going to charm here and draw a card. Me. I will draw a card at the beginning. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. He kills it. I don't mind. Good. Because that was the way the Delver was going to flip. So we'll still draw a card. Now we only have to worry about Tendrils. Which is a true worry. If he drops another land, our Cyclops will not survive. Draw a card. Hey, Sapphire Charm did something. Good to know, Martyr Guy. Thank you for that. All right. And now I think we're going to draw. There we go. Hey, it's another Sapphire Charm. I would have thought. All right. Well, we've got I I sure wish we could phase out our own stuff. Man, that would actually be pretty good against edicts. You're right, but it says opponent controls. Dang it. God, that thing seems so useless. Well, here's the deal. If he goes all in with tendrils and he does draw it, I can spell pierce it. He's got to target it. Yeah, and he could still pay for it. But then that would be 6, 2. Let's live dangerously. Yeah, I love all those distortion strikes, all the cantrips. You put them on the other players. Definitely on record, I don't think this is the optimal build of this, but like I said, it 5-0'd and I want to give it a try as is, because how many times have I built something and somebody's like, it didn't do well for me? I'm like, really? And like, yeah, it had a bad Delver matchup. And I'm like, a deck I built had a bad Delver matchup? It's like, hold on a minute. Dang it. And then they proceed to tell me that they changed 10 cards. It's like, well, that's no longer my deck, is it? So that's kind of my benefit here. I'm going to spell pierce this, feigning that we have just oodles of counter magic available to us. Everybody knows I'm holding 3 Dispels. If anything, we still get to draw a card here. And we can still survive. Okay, cool. Okay, so we're out of Tendrils danger now. Damn, Battle Rage is going to eat it. Oh, well, that's why we play for it. You said it, Dreamer Stingo, but you do have to... One thing. When it keeps doing it, that's when I really, really respect it. A list, anyway. Anybody can 5-0, just kind of thread the needle and just avoid X, Y, and Z matchups and stuff like that. Those things happen. All right. You know what? Target creature I control gains flying until the end of turn. Man, that damn tendrils. I could Mutagenic now and then Sapphire Charm and then not have any drawback. I'm going to do that. We're not going to get through with this guy anytime soon. I know I do have Evasion and Sapphire Charm, but that it's going to get completely reset, our amount that we're going to hit for. I'm going to draw a card at the beginning of next player's upkeep, which is mine. I just hate chittering rats, so. Yeah, I'd much rather just have a Vapor Snag in that case, Nimchimsky, wouldn't you? Or Snap. Snap is just so good. Any kind of tempo-based aggro, I just love it. We know this Cyclops is dead. Maybe he meant it against chittering rats, because had that been a Brainstorm, we'd still have to put something on the top of our library. But come on, Apostle's Blessing. That's Steel Monarch. Hey, interesting. All right. So I do that. It will be 4 or greater, and it will have Trample. It will die anyway, but then I'll get Monarch. I'm just going to play Reckless, damn it. But we got to do it first. Huzzah! I mainly just don't want to see damn chittering rats doing anything. We're going to hit for all of 1. Or 4. I mean 5. Kill the Rose. Actually, no, because of the... well, yeah, Double Strike will hit first, so yeah, it'll live. And we're the Monarch. Woo! All right. Take that, Death Touch. Don't matter if I punch you first. You can do it! Hey, I pronounced that just right. Right, Little Fight? Come on. Oh, man, I wish I had a Dispel so bad. What? Oh, I must have Edict or some little gotcha card here. And we're back to 18 life, folks. Oh, and they're playing the gross-looking one. This guy was drawn with a toothbrush. You know, I know a lot of amazing artists, and Wizards doesn't return their phone calls. And then people like that get their artwork taken. I just don't get it. The other Tendrils art is pretty awesome. Anyway, this is kind of a dream matchup, I would assume, for mono black. I've only got 12 creatures, and they've got like 24 kill cards. Pretty good ratio to be running. The little gray merchant setup. Boop, boop. Here we go. We know they got a sign and a gray, but we don't know what the other 3 cards are. Yeah, we don't want this or this, but we want this now. Shuffle your library? No. We're going to feign like we've got some counter magic, which we do, but I want them to think it's the big bro counter. Got him, says Mordecai. They timed the cards wrong. We might. Doubt it. I always thought that Disrupt would be a good card in this style of build, because you could disrupt your own stuff and just choose not to pay it and draw the card. That's good times. All right, we're definitely... oh, I didn't even write down who we're up against. MBC. Game 1. I'm just going to write an L right now. I know it's a little silly to do, but one of the other good things, similar to this list, it's nice to play a deck that doesn't really care about bogs or your graveyard all that much with like Brute Squad in this one. It's just like, yeah, that's nice. Slow down your mana production there. Yeah. Because even if they pay the 1, you still draw a card. Okay, well, I got double strike there. 4 gets me 2, 2 gets me none. This is probably dead. We just got to kind of sit back. I've always liked that Disrupt art. It's obviously it's blue, but it has a very orange background. It looks like a guy's stuck in a Faraday cage just from the neck up. It's pretty cool. Yikes, what is this? Corrupt coming our way? Duh. An edict. Okay. Taking 4. We don't have haste. Let's roll over. Go to the next game. Hey, dude. Love your stream, says Guy Geyerson. Nice. Boy, that's you got quite the chromosome count going there for the testosterone ratio. Guy, son. Yeah, it's like 26 chromosomes maybe you're entitled to there. But no, thank you for joining us, and it's good to see you, and thank you for the compliment. All right, we're going to bring in 2 Forbidden Friendships because I love all things forbidden. I don't like Force Spike in this matchup. I do like Dispel, but I think 2 is enough. This is going to do a whole lot of hot mess, nothing. Going to get rid of that. We're already at 60. We've got some Tricknology here. Sapphire Charm. That's like the look of this show is. It's like, what? I guess we could fly over stuff, but I'm still not sure why that's here. I'd rather just turn it into something else. But what? That is the question. All right, one more Dispel. And a Spell Pierce, maybe? I like to see that. Yeah, see? I'm going to put in 2 of these, see? Yeah. All right. I'm going to keep all 4 of those. We've learned our lesson. We've got some Edict Food here. Pretty cool design card, I have to admit here. Art on Disrupt seems to be a cage with mice or rats in it. Even more disruptive, says Dreamer Stingo. Yes. Nice. Guy Geyerson. Man, that is an all-in moniker if I ever heard of one. That is cool. Something I wish I could go back in time and change my name. Hard to spell, hard to say, hard to understand what the hell I'm talking about. Who knows? Here we go. Happy 4th of July to everybody. If you're in the States, if not, sorry, we're probably in your country too. Would you like to play first? Yes. Let's open up the graveyard and see what we can see. All right, we got an honest hand. We're a little flooded. We got Brainstorm here. So tough. We've got protection. We got that. We'll keep it. One more land and I'd ship this, but we do have Brainstorm. Probably get Duress right out of the gates, and then we'll just let them look at a Cyclops and a bunch of lands. So Brainstorm's growing on me. I know I'm always bitching about it being a very depressing card, even if your deck's built around it. If you don't have a shuffle effect, and well, what did we see that against in the last Delver? I mean, we won that game, but the one that we lost, it was like we look 3 forward, and You have 2 turns to look forward to despondency. John Gizbo in the house. This deck looks fun. Very cool. Yes, it is. We're just trying to wonder what Sapphire Charm's doing in it. It's not my build. Let's see. We haven't really seen many disfigures. So I want to hide the protection and the draw. I'll do that and let him see the fearful goodness and make him take Mutagenic Growth. All right, here we go. Here we are. And away we go. Let's see. Let's keep him honest. I'm just going to run right into this. Boop. Yeah, Martyr Guy. That's a good call. Up there's aforementioned Edict effect. All right. Let's go find our Forbidden Friendship while we're at it. I'll ponder first. Ew. Well, we got Dispel. We got a mountain. Man, we are just kind of stuck on lands here. I don't like this because I can feel a chittering rat coming, so I'm going to throw this all back. Yeah, I want to shuffle. Okay. We'll do this. Well, I can live with that. We don't want to see this very soon. If we get duressed, I'd rather them take Preordain. Nope. We put on. We have. All right. Yeah, Forbidden Friendship feels really good in this list. Ah, boy. I swear I'm prophetic when it comes to this stuff. It's craziness. At least we get to draw a card off Preordain and negate, so it just turns into a very expensive 2-drop. Bottom here, top here. Got what we need, we just got to have haste. Oh, is that the Toys That Made Us streamer Stengo? Is that the 80s doc? Is that on Netflix? I saw one on He-Man and the Transformers ages ago. It's pretty cool. A little nostalgia step back, if that's what you're talking about anyway. Dun-dun-dun. Thank you, Shiraz. Keeping the chat informed, as always. Sign in Blood. Showing up. We're up against it here. A lot of removal. Of course, we haven't lost yet. Of course, round 1 really didn't count. I don't know what happened there. Yeah. No time like the present. Let's go. We've got 1 answer back up. It's probably not enough. I don't want to get ratted to death. Not that I'm afraid of the damage. I just don't want another one to hit. And hit it does. That's okay. We'll at least take this out. We've got double rage coming our way. Rage Cage. Here we go. Blessing for that. Boink. Take a knee. Does he got another one? He might. We're in a tight spot if they do. Is it a 2-for-1 sale on Defile? Aisle 3. Yes, it is. Ouch. We're dead. Yield through this turn. The doc about He-Man I saw on Netflix is a full-length one all about He-Man. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's one. I think it's called The Toys That Made Us or something like that. And it just goes through everything from the Cabbage Patch dolls to Transformers, and any child of the 80s will love it. I wish I had double red because I could at least Temur Battle Rage the Chittering Rats second main if that comes to it. Hopefully they don't have a third. At least they're playing the good art. Quite the conundrum here. Bad art in the what was that? Tendrils of Corruption, and good art with the Chittering Rats. It's all random, I tell you. Wow, this is depressing. All right, we're losing this one. Boink. Top deck a creature, that's one thing. I need a top deck and haste that this deck list does not have. So we lose to mono black control. Shouldn't be that big of a surprise with this list. We'll jump right into round 4 here. Another reason I wanted to play this list is a little bit faster today. And even though there's no fireworks, I do want to do things with the family and stuff. As opposed to closing the show and just being like, oh, I'll see you next week. I'm trying to kind of hit a record show count this year. If you noticed, I don't think we've had one Saturday off. It's just been show. Being unemployed has its perks, I tell you. All right, so this list was brought to me by Alex Pagel. It's not done. It's just, I said, hey, any Just Guy ideas? And he's like, I've been tinkering with this, so I figured I'd cover it here. I'll maybe play like one more with the Kiln Fiend list, and then maybe we'll close out the show with this. And it's a mess. It's a pile. It's whatever you want to call it, but it's a lot of fun, and there might be something here. We've got a lot of free stuff, and I think you could probably get away with maybe cutting 2 or 3 of these, but they both do the same thing. So we've got a lot of redundancy in a quarter shield and Cathar shield, giving all of this vigilance and huge backsides to stuff like this, and one of Little Fight's favorites, Inventor's Goggles. And then we've got Mantle of the Tides. We've got Gearsmith Prodigy, which a lot of people don't know about. Pretty cool little 2/2 in the majority of draws. And then this Solid Footing is kind of the aha sort of moment. We've got Raking Claws, which was news to me. Normally I like Double Strike, but this cycles. And as we just saw last game, no, I don't plan this stuff, we got triple Chittering Rats. And Temur Battle Rage is an awesome card, but not when you keep drawing it and there's no creatures. So if we had this actually might be a better call. I doubt it in that build because it gains trample and everything, but it's something to be said for cycling. And we have 2 of these. 1 Blessing. We've got Of One Mind. We've got the Reckless Fireweaver, and we've got this dude. Improvise. Artifacts help you cast it. First thing I would cut if I was building around this, and maybe 1 or 2 of these. I think I sent him back a version of mine, but it didn't do too hot either. And I'm really starting, as much as I love Ginger Boot, I'm really starting to think that the majority of lists that run this, even in all artifact in, it's usually good at a 2 or 1 count. I'm not becoming a fan of running 3 or 4 of these anymore. Enough on that. A little bit more on that later is what I mean to say here. All right, so we've still got this one loaded up. We'll get rid of our little Ginger Boot man here, and we'll, I guess we'll just say, oops. I'll say leave. I don't want to join into anything that they're, I didn't even read what it said. I just said fast players. This is Robot Chicken. I love Robot Chicken. That's something I wish was a little more friendly with the whole copyright strikes thing. All right. So I think we'll play one more like semi-serious list here, and then we'll close out with Alex's list and just see if there's anything there. I doubt it'll win, but you never know. Maybe we'll have some little eureka moment, right? That's what the show's all about. Exploring, finding. Speaking of exploring and finding, we got Brainstorm, Ponder, and Preordain. We got everything but creatures, but we'll keep it because we're blue. Not meaning depressed, meaning we have options up the wazoo because we're blue. All right. Waiting for Gringo. 949494. Here we are. Alrighty. Let me ponder first. Let's dig deep. We like what we see. We'll keep it just like it is. Boop, boop, boop. So if we elaborate, no. We got everything we need here, folks. Da, da, da. All right. Yeah, I got this brim of the hat, so you can't tell where my eyes are. I can pull. What's that cheesy video game, Mortal Kombat? And they had that dude with the hat, and he could never show his eyes. I feel like I'm in some bad Western movie. All right. Well, we've got this. We've got that. Well, let's rock here. Let's do this while we can. We'll get the other dude out. We've got a Dispel. We're up against blue. I like both of these. We'll say top, top. Top, top. Da-da. Here we go. Raiden, God of Thunder. How do you know about that? You speak Raidenese. Very well. Well read. It's another Dimir list. Or is it? Exhume. Ow. We can't even do something about that. Darn it. I so wish that said instant, but of course not. It's too powerful to be that. Well, we still got a chance here. I've always liked this. I think Kung Fu Trees was the first one to come up with this shell. And cycle and then exhume. It's like, yeah, keep your greedy old Mog plays to yourself. We're just going to get a 5/5 hexproof and it'll kill you really quickly. Do everything Angler wants to do, only better. Let's brainstorm. All right. Boy, we got enough of these, don't we? Let's put those back. Say okay. We'll drop this out. And at least scare them. Maybe they won't attack. And even if they do, we can still kill it with one mutagenic. That'll be kind of cool. And since we got another one backed up behind it, maybe we'll do that. That's who it was, Little Fight. Of course, you're the one that knows that. Kung Lao, that was the one. I loved to fight with him, too, when I was a kid. I always probably spent $50 in quarters back in the day. And I could just never break them. And I knew there were better characters, but the lore of that dude, he just looked cooler than anybody. So that's a pretty neat idea, putting the imposing Venusaur in there with the cycling. Boy, talk about a hard to get rid of critter, right? 3/6. Jeez. Good luck. Yeah, he had like the backup jumping sidekick. That was a weird little move. All right, well, we're going to survive this. We'll block, and then we'll just mutagenic, and I think the math works. I don't play this all that often, so we'll see. I'll do this here. Boop. Our dude gets nice and large. Take that, you hexproof. Booyah. And I think we just win here. Yeah. So we'll go boom. Unless they've got snuff out. But I still think we got them. So we've got Dispel. That was a pretty nice opening hand by our opponent there. But not enough. As we finally are able to kind of like go off, I guess is the right way to say it. I'll do this here. Boop. And we'll attack for like 30 or something. Even if they've got snuff out, we've got the answer, folks. Does he got it? Do they got it? Do they got it? Oh, it's so weird how the text is a little ahead of the curve here. Okay, so we'll put a W there. This is a Temur animate, or reanimate. It's pretty bad when I can't read my writing. So we've got this. We can't really tap anything. I'm sure there's an angler or two in there, but not a fan of Fire and Ice, except, you know, obviously Delver, and there's some matchups where it's going to be awesome. Sapphire Charm. Awkward pause, insert now. Yeah, let's get rid of that. It's just every game. It's like, you know, maybe that's why they put it in there, because you can just get rid of it. I got to use the restroom here real quick, guys. I'm going to put in a Dispel, and what are we up against here? Maybe a Hydroblast. I'm thinking Forbidden Friendship. I'll be right back. Discuss. Alrighty. Here we go. He's frozen on my end. Alright, let's go. I like Forbidden Friendship here just because we're going to have some blocking options here. Yeah, that's cool. I got that. Peak, I like everything. That's my problem. Mutagenic was showing up in spades. Let's get rid of a ponder. Boop. There we go. And we're set. Sorry about that. I don't have the longest breaks coming up here, so. Garango 949494. Let's see. Really like that opening. It's just we had the answer for the answer. We'll keep this. We've got a threat. We've got some counter magic. Now the question is, do we drop wilds first? I guess it depends. If we draw a land, we're going to go that route. We could also peek after turn 1 and then do that. we don't have, you know what, I'm just going to play this now. We don't have Brainstorm in our hand. We've already got Fixing and Preordain and Peak, so I'm going to go get an island almost no matter what here and hope for the best. Do we get to see the new animation with the water? Oh, is it at the top of the show? Yeah, very top of the show. It's not too much. You know what? It's typical of any true good edit or effect. Not that it's good, but you shouldn't really notice it that much. You just feel kind of like, oh, that's nice. I don't want it to be too gaudy or George Lucas-y for the effect for the sake of effect, but yeah, if I told you how long it took to do that simple thing, everybody would probably think I suck at what I do, but it did take a long time. I had to layer the picture like 6 different times and find different water elements and different areas, and then the sound design. And I was looking up, and I think it was like 90 minutes later, and I've got like a 10-second video to start a show with. But you'll be able to see it on YouTube. But yeah, I just, every once in a while some artwork will really stand out. And plus, the artists are starting to upload really high-end res stuff, so it translates well. It's a nice way to show off good artwork, which I'm all about, as well as, just helping promote the artists, I guess. Let me, let's keep that open for Exhume, and we'll just peek at the top of the draw phase here and see if we want to go all in with our Cyclops plan, because we've got it again. If we've got some, I'll wait for the draw here. There's that. Let's see if they've got it, folks. A Dark Ritual. Well, let's peek to see if that's worth countering. Isn't that a nice little combo? It's like, do I want to... Ooh, Songs of the Damned. That's pretty much all they got. All right, so Rise Again says, return a creature card from my graveyard to battlefield. That's the new Reanimate, if anybody hasn't seen it. Pretty interesting, but he's quite a ways from that happening. Of course, Cabal Ritual will say something about that. Ransack the Lab. Serpent can cycle for 2. It's a nice little call there. I say we counter this. Is it done? Yeah, let me counter this. Zoink! That's a neat little combo. Peek into a Spell Pierce. It's just like, is it worth it? Yeah, it's worth it. Let's do it. And let's keep this open so we can keep track of our goods here. 1, 2, 3. That gets them 3. It's kind of all in the same. But we've got the problem here. So if they want to rush about doing a bunch of cutesy little tricks, that's one thing. Pulling off an interesting combo here with Rush of Knowledge. Of course, Songs of the Damned will help with that, and these gigantic casting costs will refill their hand pretty easily. But we've got this thing called Inevitability. Whoa! Riverwinder in the yard. Songs of the Damned going crazy. Here comes Cabal Ritual. Oh, Ransack the Lab. All right. Top 3 cards. Let's see what we got here. He's hurting himself. We like that, but we still haven't really seen anything yet. Got 2 on the stack. Cabal Ritual showing up. Gonna give him 5 more. It feels very Caleb-esque. It's probably based on it or some new version. It seems like every 3 days he's got some new version of this Storm deck. All right, Rise Again. We can't do anything about that. Down comes the Riverwinder, but I think it'll meet the same fate that it met last time. That Rush of Knowledge seems really out of reach. Reminds me of when Murn Forcer was in the original Brute Squad list. It was just like, no. Doesn't belong here. All right. Let me ponder. Do this. And get rid of that. Decks like this, they can't really lean on too much removal because they've got to go with plan A all the time. So we just got to trample over this and see if we can hit hard enough to do something about it. I kind of like all of this. We'll say top. No. Play this. Let's do this now. Before I forget. Let's be honest. Yeah, I'll do this here. Preordain. Double strike. Say bottom, top. I like that. coming on over. Smasharoonie. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Boop. For that cost, they could have made it return 2 creatures to the battlefield and still been a common card. Yeah, I know. One of the arguments against Rise Again is it's like, gosh, it's just like we kind of already have that, right? So that's the UR list deck. We didn't really have we kind of had a no-show with Elves, and then beat UB Delver, lost to Mono Black Control, and then another Temur cool reanimation deck. So to close out the show, I'm going to roll to another commercial or two and load up this list, but I'll show you what we're going to try this list out. Warning, we're almost definitely going to lose. This is just a quick, hey, what about this? Look at our sideboard, how awesome it is. 0. Just to see if anything's there. You got to be kind of fearless when you're brewing and, throw stuff into the wind and see if it sticks. So we're going to be right back in just a beat with this build from Alex Pagel, and all credit to him and also all defense to him. He even said this is completely just, little idea, just throwing it out there, and nothing to it. We're going to see how it feels, works. Maybe we'll get lucky, find the next big thing. Probably not. That's usually how it goes. But hey, that's what this channel's all about. We'll be right back after this, guys.
From the softest lotus petal extract, we bring you Giga Drowse. Replicate perfect sleep over and over again. Giga Drowse, for when you're tapped out.
Available at all fine Singer superstores.
And we're back. All right, let's see for the last one here. And then we're off to the festivities. Oh, all right, Little Fight shows up. Cool, let's do it. Hopefully it's not burnt. It'll be fitting. If it's too fast, maybe we'll play one more, but in the meantime, we've got this to look forward to. Johnny on the spot. Thank you for that, my friend. Here we go for this 4th of July. Woohoo! Hey, we got a human and we've got a Thopter, and they're both talking to each other with this, what is that? Elutha communication? Don't quote me on that. We'll keep this. This kind of feels like I'm playing my favorite deck. Maybe of all time. Brute Squad. Oh man, I love that deck. Although I got wrecked by Gorilla Shaman, and it's kind of fitting. It's like years of tormenting affinity with drawing that, and I finally draw into it. So, all right, here we go. Ornithopter. Hoop. Check that out. I only wish Amy Weber's art was available online. I would spend probably 4 tickets per Ornithopter. Not more than that, but that's how much I like that artwork. That's about where I would go with it. Come on, let's get a red source. Let's get rid. Hey, all right. Well, we got that. Equip it. Let's do this and feign like we've got some sort of removal, which we don't. This equips for 2. That's the first time I've ever played this card, I believe. And we will attack for 0. I'll choose not to. How's that? It's easier to pronounce if you use telepathy. Very well said, Dreamer Stingo. You should try our Writer's Challenge there with our new commercial there. Ooh, check out this Guildgate. Oh yeah, I've seen that one before. Look different from a distance. And he's playing unmatching art. He knows what gets to me, I tell you. All right, he's giggling right now when he reads this. Fire Weaver is an artificer, yes, but we also need red mana, damn it. So right now we're just going to see what we can see here. Maybe this will inspire somebody to try something similar to this. Oh, I wish this had cycle. As it sits, we're going to have to break our communication cycle and just hardcast this to try to stay a little bit on tempo. We'll drop this. We really need like a Sprigleaf drum in this build, it feels like. I don't want to turn it into... That's the problem, right? You start turning it into your favorite brew and or build. But hey, maybe we'll kill with a 0-5 Ornithopter. Chris Mage across from us. Who knows what Little Fight's on? Some sort of madness. Either the mechanic or the trait. Is it a trait? I guess it's a drawback. Hey, Dreamer Stango's on it. Gorgon Recluse. No surprise parties here. They're just coming out to say hi. Very strange madness cost there. Double black. I think that's the only one of its kind in all of Pauper. And that's saying something. There's a lot of cards to choose from, folks. What do I got here? Oh, yeah. Thought I had some good little note. But hey, we got a flyer. They've got some big stuff on the ground. We're feeling good. Let's do this first. Come on. Dang it. Well, that's a human, so if we play that, but now we can't play of one mind. Ugh, boy, this is really feeling clunky. But we'll play the Prodigy just so we can draw 2 next turn. Hey, look at that. We've got a good blocker. Sure, we'll use it, man. Why not? Check that out. Did we already play that? We did. Woo! That Recluse is just going to come on over. Gearsmith Prodigy. Way too happy. That kind of reminds me of Mira on the Disney Channel. That anybody has a good memory. When I was working at Disney, I cut the music video for Mira, the Royal Detective. It's a kind of a Dora the Explorer for Egypt. It has a very similar look to it. Very good cartoon. I actually learned a ton cutting that show and that cartoon. There was a lot of Indian culture that I was able to just learn about. It was just really cool. I was tickled daily by the rush of knowledge. Let's just put it that way. All right, here we go. Like I said, today's show is not going to be as long as usual. So I'm playing a fast deck. We're already 4 rounds in. This is the 5th, and now we're playing kind of a little janky, just see where it goes build. See if there's anything here. And a very fair account of our prowess. Little Fight is doing the same on his end, but a little bit more legit. I think he's probably played this a few times to varying degrees of success. Ooh, Solid Footing showing up. This is interesting. First things first, of one mind. For 1 mana. Let's see. Red, please. Wow, this needs red mana. So far, anyway. Well, let's do this. Let's, I don't think this is really going to get anywhere. Let's put a Quarter Shield on this. And then we'll put this on here. And I guess we're just going to attack for 6. We could attack for... never mind. Vigilance. That's so mean. Oh my goodness. Makes you want to play Slagwork Armor. Can you see the type line on Vampire Hounds? Curious whether they updated it to dog yet. Oh, let's see. Vampire, dog. Yep. I've noticed too, has everybody else noticed how often the mill word is used now? That's one cool thing about online versus in paper. It's just like, hey, we got a better way to say this. I will make it happen immediately. And boom. Everyone's words change before their eyes. Boy, if this was an Azorius list, we'd be feeling okay right now. We got quite a stout defense and a 6-1 flyer. Solid Footing, man. Sure makes everything a head scratcher. Obviously, everybody wanted to go with Tribe right when they saw that, but there might be other ways to do it, as we will see here. Let's get rid of this. Hopefully there's not another one behind it. Assigns combat damage based on its toughness. So cool, because its toughness still counts, so we can hit something for 6 and block for 6. We'll gladly take 2 here, because we don't want any part of Medusa coming at us. but I think it's underbrewed with at the moment. It's a nice little aha, gotcha. Solid footing. That's one of those cards in 4 or 5 years. There's going to be enough of a card pool where that's really going to be just like ephemeral. How do you say that? The armor, ethereal armor. Words. Sometimes I struggle with them. All right, let's do the old nasty equip. Leaning on our artifacts first. Now smash for 8 this way. And we'll stare at our red brothers and just say, hey, man, you know, fireworks have been canceled in my area, so it's kind of fitting that we don't have any red to work off of. But, man, Ornithopter beats. Outside of the Recluse, it would be Ornithopter defense, too. There might be something here. This is why we do this. It's silly. It's definitely not tourney-worthy. But you look at this and you go, we've got them on the ropes with an Ornithopter. And outside of taking 2 a turn, because we don't want to block anything with Death Touch, I believe that's what it is. It doesn't even have Death Touch. It's got that little Stinkweed Imp Touch, meaning it's just a long paragraph that does the same thing. Okay, so there's a blocker. Yeah, the Treefolk Umbra does it too. I think a couple months back when they first got spoiled, I played something to that effect. Yeah, very good times. If you can make that Vampire fly, or the Gorgon fly, we're gonna be in deep crap. But it'd be nice if we can finish them off with a Fire Weaver here. And Chris Mage isn't doing much of anything. Of course, with an 8 body, that's pretty hard to do. Oh, that's true, Dreamer Stingo. Man, you are on fire, Dreamer Stingo. Thank you for chiming in so often. I really appreciate it. And with such good insight, too. I never noticed that. Way back in the day, you used to see this semi-regular in TE lists before they really got figured out. But okay, the Gargoyle showing up. At least we've got Edict Insurance. Let's pull that off. Dropping the seat's not going to do anything in the weird chance that he might have, what is that? Wretch Mind. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, see? All right. Good grief. This, the red is really hiding from us here. Should I attack? All I can do is that. Okay, yeah. Got 1 turn at this rate. Frostburn Weird, yes. Boy, that card is so underplayed. That used to be all over the place, too. So many times I catch myself pausing. I'm like, oh, wait, this can only take 2. It's like, no. It just assigns the damage with its defense. It still can take 8. Booyah. Man, it's amazing this thing can get airborne. Smashing for 8. You'd think it was just built out of steel and was just going to fall down to the ground. Oh, man, he's got kind of the recursion combo. He can kind of indefinitely block us here. Of course, we can get through with a Gargoyle. Note to self, play the seat because I can activate the Gargoyle multiple times if you read it closely here. It doesn't tap, so if you had like 16 mana, you can make this thing hit pretty damn hard. Plus, the artwork's pretty sweet, like the Gothic look. All right. Let's just yield through this turn. We can't do jack. Wilder Mongrel. Nice. Yeah, I've been trying, Shiraz. Believe me and my white infect list, we go way back. To the beginning, I tell you. All right. Hound, come on over, Hound. Let's see what you got. Rite of Passage. Writ. That's right. Oh, isn't that the blue one? Yeah, bring that up in the chat if you wouldn't mind. Yeah, it's good times. Let's bring this closer up. Get some nice looking spiel going on here. Well, the Chris Mage is going to make short work of that Gargoyle. So I'm going to block... let's block... I doubt he could go that high, but I'll kill this dude. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to have to drop 2 more lands for a double activation of the Gargoyle, which is pretty improbable. But hey, man, we kind of triple mulligan if you look at our hand, and we're doing okay. It's not a tier 1 or 2 list even, but hey, it's holding its own. Rite of Passage. Enchantment. 2 or less. Yeah, man, that thing. Forecast is so confusing to me. I read it and I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. And then I don't want to brew with it because I'm just like, huh? Third creature power 2 or less can't be blocked this turn. Yeah, there's a lot of little slips and goes. That's a good find there, Dreamer Stango. Shouldn't be surprised it's you again today. You have ate your vitamins or something. Good insights. But yeah, it's a lot of rule breaking going on. Man, we're at 6. We got to be careful. Woohoo! Check it out. We can't do anything. It might be better to just play this. Yeah, we'll play the Fireweaver. Shall we? Shall we? We shall not. Say okay. Say no. No. And then we'll play a land. Do some damage. Finally. Hello. Land. Did I play a land? Oh, I played a land. God. Feeling pretty dense today, I tell you. Do we attack with both? I think we just block with or attack with this. It's gonna be close. I can't bring that back. Oh, Fiery Temper. Is that gonna end it? I still got a blocker here. Gonna take down the Fireweaver or us. Should have known better. Little Fight's always gonna aim at my face. Bam. Alright, so he's got a blocker. I believe I'm gonna get him a 3. I think I'm gonna block the Hounds with the Thopter. This is close. The top deck's a Fiery Temper. We're dead. Chris Mage in the house. We have to block the Recluse now. You know what? We're going to double activate this and be able to have double lethal in the air. So I'm going to block with the Weaver because that only represents 1 damage if we don't draw another artifact and we just drop a seat. Drop a seat. Drop a seat, son. All right. There's only 1 card there, so we're going to block here and here. And I'm right. I'm pretty sure that's the best play. Clark Kent Shaman. Oh, yeah. Love me some Shaman. I wish there was a better spell ability outside of like Whiteout. And there's a few others where all creatures lose flying and then you could build an all Clark Clan Shaman deck. That'd be pretty sweet. My Compass control list gets close. It has 2 Shamans main, and it's kind of its only board sweep. Can't really lean on Crypt Rats in that scenario. Ugh, flashback. Don't have a Fiery Temper. Don't find it. Don't find it. Don't find it. Come on. Acting like this matters. It's like all for nothing. I'm so used to the last few days playing like a league a day or something, so back to my old ways. All right. Man, if Grey Scrambler got back anything, that would be so brutal. But as it sits now, we have a double flyers coming his way. Where did you get this Jeskai Brew Deluxe? Oh, this is Alex Pagel, and the other one was from Amoris 27. The first one we took to 3-1, and pretty, you know, it did 5-0 in a league, so I played it, but our big, I guess, sleuth play of the day was like, well, why is this here over the Sapphire Charm? That was the big thing. But I wanted to, this isn't a legit list, the one we're playing right now. This is just kind of an idea that's been brewing with Solid Footing and Cathar's Shield and all these crazy defense and offense all at once. So it seems like there might be something there. I think it's stretched a little too thin with the red plan. I think if it was Azorius and didn't really go all in there, we can't sideboard, but we can look at the list and goggle at its beauty. I think this could probably be at 2. We could open up 5. I know the Raking Claws is a nice little 1-2 punch, but if and to Alex's credit, this was a pioneer Pauper list that he kind of modified just in 5 minutes and was like, what about this? And so that's what we're working with. But you could easily take out red altogether and keep the double strike ability if you went with, what is that spell? I just mentioned it a minute ago. There's a white-red double cleave. Yeah, that's the one. And lean a little bit more on the blue side of things. Mantle of Tide's interesting. I'm not quite sure. I think if you just added some more draw, obviously of one mind would go up. You'd probably want to put in that spell, the 1/1 creatures, just for more ground crew, and then to turn on of one mind the Forbidden Friendship. I think would go really well in this, but that's a red card, so never mind that. You could easily, run the Raise the Alarm or a lot of things. Or maybe of one mind doesn't work, and this might be that kind of list where you do want to run something like Ideas Unbound, because you're not sitting on counter magic, you're just digging for stuff. So, hey, Red, how you doing? Thanks for joining us. Where were you last game? We'll keep this. Donk, donk, donk. It's pretty fun, right? Outside of duress, I think we're just going to hold off and try to get a free lightning bolt out of our Fire Weaver here, unless he responds with his own lightning bolt. But wow, okay. So if you look, these are like almost identical. Let's see who has the better flavor text. The Aureox shield is polished to a mirror finish, even on the inside, enabling the bearer to watch foes ahead and behind. Or if they're really egocentric, they can just look at themselves. Cather's shield. A leader can inspire courage, but it is the smiths and healers who truly keep hope alive. He looks a little scared there. He doesn't look very hopeful. This Cather looks a little worried. I don't think he trusts what's going down. All right. We'll lead off with the one we don't mind losing in case they're running a gorilla. And in that case, Little Fight's probably like, what in the hell's taking so long? What gets your vote? Quarter Shield, Cather Shield. With Echoing Ruin, Echoing Truth, you probably want to run 2 and 2 or 3 and 3. Hey, I kind of know some things about this game. Man, that is going to hurt. So I don't think we have any basics. Instead of thinking about it, let's go look. Do we have any basics? Yeah, we got a few. I'll be all right. Maybe. Damn monkey. That thing has really bummed me out this whole week. I've had some bad episodes with it. Well, he can't target a creature. Take that. One good thing. Non-creature. If that thing could target creatures, Brute Squad would be in big trouble. Those keeping score too. I've completely lost the Smurf out of my Brute Squad list. The 2/2. I call it the Smurf because it's a little blue creature looking thing. The Homunculus. And they got some pretty cool stuff in it. So well, maybe we'll cover it. Maybe we'll revisit Brute Squad next week. I know I've been on a... All right, let me see here. That's 1/1. You know what? It might be worth eating a den here and just dropping. Problem with the shield, boy. That gorilla can just go crazy. It's pretty much all we need white for, so I'm going to kind of go for it here. I'll go like this. Right out of the gates. I might have wanted to lead off with shield. Maybe it would bot me a turn, but then he can just go all in and just eviscerate our board next turn. Maybe he'll get greedy and do that anyway. I don't think we're going to reach 3 mana. So I think I might try to hide that behind, like if I draw of one mind or something like that. I don't know. We'll see. Can this get any bigger? It can't, and we can attack. I'll hit for 3. Oh, no! Enchanted creature gets 1/1. As long as it has vigilance, which it doesn't, you can assign combat damage to its toughness rather than its power. I think Little Fight fell for that too. Oh, we've lost this one unless we draw a basic here. We're in deep crap. And even so, we have no way to get rid of Gorilla Shaman. So if you like this kind of brew, you really should have some gut shots. Might not be necessary with Ornithopters and Delver around, but boy, for a Gorilla Shaman, yikes. That's one hungry monkey. Surprise. Transformational Sideboard. Yeah, I've always liked those two. Well, at this rate, we're running at a 3-to-1 deficit, and our mana is about 5-to-1. We're about to scoop. We really need like just an, what do we need? Island? Ugh. We're scooping. This is hopeless. Little fight got us good there. Now we'll take this janky brew, courtesy of just an idea from Alex Piggle, and see if we can't. I wish I had a sideboard here. Yeah, definitely that brawler's got to go. Probably just red in general. I don't think Mantle of Tides is doing enough. Probably just prefer like Ponder and Preordain package. I hate to, dumb it down to like kind of the obvious, but it's that typical, it's tough to argue against it. Off on mine might not be relevant. I mean, Gearsmith is a human, but I'm not quite sure if that's worthy of it or not. Of course, you could always run, Theremin Inspector and stuff like that, but again. Yeah, repeatable Vigilance Nimchinsky, this is true, and I've tried it in my my white infect list. I'll have to give that a go. I've been wanting to play a kind of a blah, like this, hey, let's see where things are at and keep things fun and not too serious. And maybe next week we'll revisit white infect. I don't know. Depends what kind of mood I'm in. Yeah, we want to play first. Let's see what we can get. We've got a basic. I like that a lot. Ooh, and we can just play this pretty. Yeah, we'll keep this. It's kind of weird. I mean, a monkey still ruins our day outside of the Ornithopter and Lothwing Gargoyle, but it's all right. We got a pretty good looking hand here. Let's bring this dude out. And we'll go like this. And you know what? I think I'm going to hold back on the shield. Just maybe if he does have a Gorilla Shaman, he'll not want to use it for a turn. It's not like it costs us any mana there. If he duresses us, I think they got better targets. And we have a cycling target and raking claws. Okay. 8 thought casts. Yeah, this one has 7 to be fair. All right. Well, that's cool. Let's that's still too many, huh? Boink. Go like this. That's 3. That's still going to cost 2. Just double checking. Cancel that. Boop, boop. Let's attack for 1. Look how awesome we are. Zap. I think you might want to run a little bit more lands than usual in this, and then maybe lean on Ona's Grace. Or if you did want to go kind of the Izzet build, you could just play Flame Jab. Who knows? But again, hey, here's what looks like a crappy piece of equipment. How can we abuse it? How can we make it good? It's pretty damn good when that footing's on there. Man, that's a house. Let's see if we can thought cast here. See nothing. We will. Are we going to draw any lands? Okay. Yeah, we're kind of, we're not of one mind. We're not communicating very well. We've got a Gargoyle. We've got a Thopter. And we've got a Food Golem. Talk about your eclectic crew. All right. Down comes the Mental. Another reason we should probably be playing Ponder and Preordains in a list like this. And we're going to do all of nothing. What I like about Lothwing Gargoyle, too, is that it implies it's already flying. Like, hey, I got a 0/3 Ornithopter here. It's like, nope. He's stuck to a wall until you pay for it. Could maybe run Inside Out, too. That's not a bad option. Except that it would kill most of our guys. Yeah, they are pretty steep. Thinking maybe there's a Dark Ritual on their future, right? And equip them right out of the gates, and maybe you go with more of a Dimir build, or what does it have to be blue all the time, right? All right. Bye-bye, Gingerbrute. Happy 4th. TUMTM Tet. Thank you, my friend and supporter. Appreciate it. Hope you're having a good one. If you're here in the States, don't want to imply things, but I'm not that big of a fan of especially our procedures and stuff in the States, but I am American, so but I do like this hat. I like this hat more than I am a patriot, I'll say that. Hope I don't ever run for office. That'll come back to bite me, right? This equips for 3. Man, this deck just is really screaming that we're unprepared. And it's true. We're unprepared. We just threw this together and see what we can. We're going to cycle this. Hopefully we draw into something. All right. well, regardless, we can do this. Let's see. That'll be... Yeah, this is going to be our dude of choice. The mage can respond to anything else, and the gargoyle costs too much as our mana sits now. And we have a permanent blocker, so we can kind of afford to wait, show up. If he's got a gorilla monkey right now, we can just wait for it, and all it can need is a shield. So there are 2 1-drop creatures with vigilance. Yeah. And yeah, I put the Dreamer's Faithful, you know, the life gaining 0/4 that Familiars plays. In the first, I put up a build. I took his build and then I tweaked it for like 5 minutes and I sent it off to him, and then I accidentally deleted it. So I should probably be playing that one, but it didn't do too well. So I just, you know, to help out the community and all that, just it's like this is what it's all about. People sending ideas in and don't want to doctor their stuff too much. I can do that on my own time. All right, Bloodman Vampire, meet your fate. Oops, never mind. Maybe not. Bye-bye, cookie. I didn't even get to taste it. Stale cookie. All right. Bloodman Vampire, main phase. Interesting. Okay, come on, land. A red land, too. Let's get like a Great Furnace. Positive vibes, Great Furnace. Here it comes. Hup. Nope. All right. Well, that sucks. Let's rush in while we can. You know what? If I just keep them discarding cards, that might be kind of cool. I'm just putting these out here to stop this dude and then make him spend resources while we wait for it to draw land. There's no sense in attacking here. That Bloodman Vampire, I like that card a lot. Reminds me of Whirling Dervish back in the old, was that Revised when that came out? Remember back in the day when black was like the only color that could really remove stuff outside of somebody with lightning bolts, but nobody seemed to have lightning bolts at the kitchen table game. It was always Thalids and stuff, so got a lot of respect for protection from black. That should be downshifted. That'd be pretty cool. I think Voice of All would be another good option for white. It's 2 and 2 white. Comes into play. It's a 2/2 flyer, I believe. Choose a color and it gets protection from that color till the end of the game or whatever. Yeah, I think so too, Dreamer Stingo. Like I said, I've always been pimping out the prospect of Nighthawk. That's the one I've been saying for years. So if I block, it has to do damage to me. I don't want to double block here because then he just gets a 2-for-1 out of me. I'll try to keep him honest here. Let's try this. Are we going to kill the vampire? We are. Wow, okay. I used to have a hate Voice of All when I first started playing Magic at the Xbox Magic game. Nice. Oh, I used to hate Voice of All. I thought you... Sorry, I read that wrong. It's amazing. You can pack a lot of stuff into that card. Probably one too much for like a perfect card. Like if it was 2 and a white, that would be amazing. Or 2 white and a colorless. But a 2/2 for 4, it's like, yeah, better do a lot. And it does. Oh, man. We are just getting hurt here. All right, we can at least gain life. I'm going to keep back that shield in case Mana Monkey shows up. But, boy, this thing just doesn't want to be born, does it? It's good fodder for thought. If you like this kind of idea, the shield, the quarter shield combo. Now, we might as well think of a name. It's double shield. Now, I wouldn't recommend playing all 8. I think you could probably get rid of 3 or go with 3 and 3. But we could call it Shield Foot Shield. You know, I used to sled on shields and belonged to a medieval organization. We'd always have shields at the ready, and that was always fun. Menace. I just want to double block that dude. Let's go. Boom. Boom. And you want to take that down? Yeah, I'll take 2. We can at least trip that for some life here. An Elvish skate park. I like it. ESP. Gatehound. All creatures you control have vigilance as long as Gatehound is enchanted. Wow, all creatures. Nice find. Except it's a 1/1. Yeah, it's pretty easy to kill. Still pretty good though. You targeted my ginger man. Well, I'm gonna gain some life. Then I'm gonna pass the turn. I want to see some fireworks, damn it, but we can't. It's gonna be about a year from today. Of course, I'm sure the neighbors will have something to say about that. I love rebels. Yeah, the virus of all places, but it seems to, here in California at least, be getting closer and closer than ever. All right, we have a turn we can do stuff. Let's do this. We can have one mind for one. We're communicating. We're loving each other. All right. Yeah, I might want to keep that thing alive, huh? Nah, we'll keep it where it's at. Cancel. Yep, put it right back on the Thopter. There we go. Hey-oh. I guess we'll play this now. So this might not live another turn, so each opponent might be good in a multiplayer game, right? We got a fun turn. We're going to of one mind double time. You know what? Actually, I probably should have had Mantle go over there just because we have a double of one mind. And if we don't, we got to go all in with our plan here. So I just got to sit back. That's not worth 1 damage here. Elvish Skate Park. I like it. That's pretty cool. I saw another commercial the other day because I watch commercials on mute. One, I hate the audio, and I'm working the biz, or at least I used to, and so it's it's therapeutic to just watch. But sometimes when I see it on mute, I'm able to go like, wow, visually that's almost all there. I change this graphic, do that, say this here, and then put a mana symbol on this thing, and boom, another spoof. So I've got another one. I think it's about paper towels. I'm not quite sure. Any ideas out there? I was thinking ephemerate might be a pretty funny one, but that implies that it comes back. So you don't want to pick up a spill and then bring it back. Unless that's the technique involved. All right. Bye-bye, Gargoyle. Hopefully there's not another Edict effect, or I'm going to have some tough choices to make. I noticed one day while vacuuming that Looney Tunes cartoons work just as well muted. Yeah. I miss the old cartoons. Man, Wile E. Coyote back in the day, and like, you know what's really hard to find is the original Scooby-Doo, like from the early 80s and like, or I guess late 70s. It was just in rotation during the 80s when I was growing up, but man, it's so hard to find. It's always this new animation, just doesn't look that good and a little too new, and not a fan. Okay, well, we've got Vigilance if we want it, and we're really tempting our fate here with the Mana Monkey not showing up. Not like we're running Hydroblast and stuff. All right, well, we gotta say yes to a double of one mind here. It simply just doesn't matter. You know what? I am going to let that go here because I want this to live. I really don't mind if Ornithopter dies. I really want this to live. All right, let's of one mind again. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. 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 We're getting reckless. That's the name, right? This. Wah! And then a whole lot of nothing. I guess we could attack, right? You discard it, just gains flying. Might as well put in that last little 2 damage there. Whoop. Get something out of the deal. Man, do we need some mana to make these guys fat. It'd be neat if there was a way to return any number of artifacts, and then you could really abuse Fireweaver, which might come in the future sets. So Scooby went south when they brought in Scrappy. I believe that too, Paladin 19. I really missed every crescendo of every episode was just like, you know, pulling off somebody's face, and it was so-and-so, and now it's Old Man Crothers, and oh, pull that mask off, and it's like, man, as a mask maker, I would tell you, masks are very hot. It's like wearing 2 or 3 in some cases. Wow. That always, it was quite the overused trope that they always had in that show. I guess we'll say that. Hopefully his cards are too expensive. I could block, but I'm not gonna. Alright. I guess we're just gonna keep Fireweaver as our beat stick, even though it can block. Oh, never mind that plan. He's got the Gorgon Recluse back. So scratch that idea. Hopefully we draw another of one mind. White shows up. That's okay. We've got 3 basics, so I'm going to tap these in case you know what shows up. We'll do this here. How much does this cost to equip? Quite a bit. Is it better to just do this? Yeah, we'll just do this for now. Boop, boop, boop. And we'll come over for a whopping 1 damage. Now, if we had that cool effect, we just drew the land, we could be swinging for lethal right now. Bink. I just ate. Not hungry anymore. I think that's the benefit of eating, right? The end game of ingesting calories is that you don't desire them anymore. I believe that's how it works. All right. Yeah, I know. Isn't that the truth dreamers thing? Oh, it's like, why not just run a dog? It's like, yeah. That's what keeps a lot of ideas down, though. But it's a great question to ask. And if you can steer it away from maybe red, maybe that's why. Maybe there's something to be discovered if you don't run red. Ouch! As E.T. would say, ouch. He grabs the shield on the Thopter and nukes both our lands. This feels a lot like the late game sometimes with Brute Squad, when it's like, yeah, Gorilla Shaman's really bad early and in some scenarios, but for the most part I can put up with it because I've got those duels and the basics. But man, this game is going long. I thought we'd be under the 2-hour mark, but we're already over. All right, well, we've got a attacker here. It's not worth really investing anything in that. Man, he can just kill every one of our shields except one by his upkeep. That's crazy. Hey, there's another one. Wow. Well, the only way we're really going to make much leeway here is by doing this. And I will pay 3. It does cost 3. Wow, okay. Well, 3 it is. Here we go. All right, come on. But I will play this just for the damage. He's on Rakdos. Don't think he's going to be gaining much life. He's got to discard something to make something happen here. Oh, yeah. That works too, huh? Trippy. Well, I guess we're just doing it for 1 then. And that doesn't make sense because, well, he still has to discard a card. So I'll do that. Take 1 or discard. Must like that card. All right, so this is worth 1 damage to me. Might tie up his mana for a lot there. Got him at 4. Come on, come on. Chris Mage. They shouldn't have a tap symbol there. Ooh, boy, decisions, huh? He's got an Edict in the Yard. 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 mana away from it. Yowza. I don't have access to white anymore. I think we lose this. Yeah, I think we lose the Thopter here. Boop. I can technically might be able to draw like a Thought Cast into like getting him down to some decent life total here, but I don't know if we're going to be able to wiggle out of this one. Folks. Chris Mage keeping us honest. Who knows? Maybe they want to keep that card. All right. Our options are dwindling rapidly. At 11 life. Well, that's cool. If we had the option there. I'll do it for the life. Let's tap them while we got them. Boop. Does this cost 2? Yeah, just 2. Gonna zap that. Boink. boink. Guess he could do it during attack, and then I don't have a blocker, right? Boom, boom, boom. Attack! Whoa! Oh man, if he's got a Gorgon, that would suck. I know, turn it into one of my Trinket Mage builds, right? I think you lose red in this build, and that goes back to the Atog note. I just don't think you need red in this build. As Reckless Fireweavers are really only offense at the moment, but a bit of a stretch. Okay, he drops a land, we're dead. Come on, end of turn, zap all my shields and the land. Let's see. Jump, jump, jump. Oh, he forgot. It is 4th of July. Maybe he's on a few Little Ritas already. Little Fight's version of the margarita. A little stronger, a little longer. It's funny, I had a job interview last week, and I know I said this last week too, but it had to do with Pauperganda. They were like, you know, we need somebody that has a lot of knowledge streaming and online gaming and you know, being able to do a live broadcast. Is that something you can do? I'm like, yeah, I got a little experience doing that. I have undersold myself a little bit. Oh, this is getting down to the wire. Well, the torturing super jank deck combo platter will be over really quickly. Unfortunately, I think it's going to be Little Fight that comes out on top. Unless we can draw some sort of a card that we don't have in the deck that I know of. And a little tinkering. Interesting build, eh? Ooh, that keeps getting +2. I remember that being in Tortured Existence lists for a while. Basking Root, voila. I had a dream the other night. That's when you know you played too many leagues. It was Denrova Horror. It wasn't a bad dream, but Denrova Horror was coming at me, and I had come up with this amazing solution of running like Root Wallas as like this stop all, and I was able to keep them alive somehow against Trons. Because if you can turn off Denrova, you pretty much, if you can exile it, I should say, you pretty much got it. But down to the wire, folks. One more damage. We are representing good stuff. Let's put this on this. And feign like we can do something. Because we can't. You know, if he doesn't get rid of all of our artifacts, we could thought cast into the victory here. You might be thinking like, oh, what's the point? But we wouldn't have any artifacts if he had paid attention at the end of last turn. And this one. I hope we can thought cast. That'd be pretty funny because it doesn't check after you cast it. If you can cast it, you cast it. That'd be funny. And then drop 2 shields and kill them. That'd be pretty great. I don't think we're going to live that long, though. So we have to block. Question of what do we block? Ha! We're going to take 3 no matter what. We go like this, and hopefully our plan of action works because we're dead next turn. Might be dead this turn. 2, 4, 6. If he's got another land. We don't have any outs. Come on, Thoughtcast. How many more do we have? We've played all 3 of 1 mines. And that's all this deck has. So we have 3 Thoughtcasts left. And so we've got about a 1 in 10.1 chance here. Ouch. I was hoping he wouldn't see that. Should have seen it 3 turns ago, sucker. Yeah, we're dead. We have to somehow draw a bunch of stuff. Whew, this was quite the slog, wasn't it? I almost wish he was playing Burn and just kind of went away from doing it. If he forgets to block, that's our only chance. Huzzah! Take that, Gorilla Shaman. Maybe we should have attacked first and he wouldn't have blocked. That probably would have been the better play. He might not have blocked there. Yeah, he would have. All right, Little Fight gets this. I'll let him put the nail in the coffin here. So that's an interesting little scenario with this list, right? Cathar Shield. But if you look, we're halfway through our deck and we haven't found, I think, 3 of our solid footings. So, aforementioned solid footing, we're not on solid ground either. As he rubs it in with a... not quite sure why he did that. I think Little Ritas are coming into full effect. If I was to be bold and assume. And here we go. The death knell, folks. The death knell. Booyah! Good games, old friend. But yeah, it's you know what? Before we call it a show, let's jump on over. Look at the list and see initially the first few things that I would want to cut here. Oops. There we go. Boop. All right. We're gonna go over here. Go like this. So immediately, nothing in the goggles. Service spot. 2 brutes out. Probably one of these. If we lost all of red, you can see where the design space is really going to open up here. We'll bring in these. That might be a thing we can do. This is nice to protect the combo. I think we might want to have 2 of those. We could lose 2 of these. The Gearsmith Prodigies, kind of only relevant if we're going to go all in with this thing here. There's also, I probably should just import the list that I had. Like, you know, you could lean on heroic, like the creatures that they had, and you know, sort by toughness here. So as we look, we got the Vantasaur, we've got the Interceptor, but these are defenders, so you gotta be careful. So we don't want defenders, but where is it? There's one that's like costs 1. There it is. The Trailblazer might be a good call in this deck. You know, maybe 4 of those just for the huge backside, right? And then you've got the where's the other 1 mana that does it? Yoked Ox. Check this dude out. 0/4. Oh, you know, maybe something like this. I don't know. We could run down here and where is it? Where is it? Daybreak? No. Dragon's Eye Sentry. Huh. First strike, but it's got Defender. Never mind. But I'm trying to find out what is that card. That's interesting, but totally irrelevant in this metagame. There's a 0. It costs 1. Let me see if I set up the cost here and make it cost 1. Converted mana cost. Dink. Dink. There we go. And now we'll sort by toughness. Whambo. God Pharaoh's Faithful. I think this might be pretty cool. That's a 0/4 with the upside of gaining life. Nobody's really going to try to get rid of it. So, heck, you might even be able to go mono white with this list. I mean, where drawing things you could use. This is a aura, right? So yeah, you could probably run the Pilgrim. Now it'd be like running 8 of those. Just not quite sure if you'd even need blue now. See what I'm doing? I'm consolidating down to the ideas. Segovian Angel, Lionheart Maverick, these are all good. Dreamer's Tango, good times. Anyway, guys, it's the 4th of July, Independence, birthplace, blah, 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 for America. For all you out there in the States, happy 4th. I know hopefully you've got some fireworks and some rowdy neighbors that will at least have some sort of illumination in your 24-hour future. As for me, that is yet to be decided. But anyway, got kind of a janktastic build that last round. Before that, we were playing a Morris's 27's very cool, very mysterious Kiln Fiend list. Because, why do I say mysterious? Because it used Sapphire Charm. So if you come up with an idea or a scenario where this is good, email us at pauperganda@gmail.com. I'd like to hear it. Please elaborate, and we might, if it's a good point and valid, not just a pipe dream, we will cover it in next week's episode and enlighten everybody else as to what on earth this is doing in this list, because it seems like it's a very powerful list. These decks always are. Just seems a little like, but I know Morris is a great player, so who knows? Anyway, guys, this is Deluxe Cough. I almost said Little Fight. Isn't that strange? For Pauperganda signing off. We'll see you next time. No holiday next week, but hopefully this one's a good one. Anyway, love y'all. Take care. Adios.